Hi guys, I thought I'd just come on here really quick and do a tutorial on how to do page numbers for your typesets. I'm going to be using the Erised Effect as an example today just because I've already done the typeset and have it all finished. So I'm going to open that up. And as you can see, I've done the whole typeset, it's all finished, all complete, all that good stuff. And you might also notice that my margins are a little bit different, so I'm just going to go into the margins and show you what I mean. So I did a custom margin that has a mirror gutter. So when I sew my pages and then fold them, I find that it takes up about like 5mm or a little bit more sometimes of the page, and I don't want my words slipping into that bit and then you can't really read all of it. So I give it a 1.5cm gutter just so it has enough space for the words to be on the page. And it's mirrored, so every second page will be on left and right. So you can see for this one, there's a lot of space there, the words are leaning away from, and then on the opposite side for the next page, and then it continues, so on, so on. So I'm first just going to go to Save As, and I'm going to save it as a PDF. Okay, so we're going to make sure we save it as a PDF. You can do best for printing, it doesn't really matter, it just depends on what your actual what your laptop or computer works best with. I find that mine works best for printing, but sometimes on PDFs it doesn't come out great like that, so it's really just what works best for you. So I've got my PDF here, everything looks good, and I'm just going to make sure I know what page the words actually start on. So I'm just going to zoom in again, and I can see that it starts on page 5. So that's where I want my page numbers to actually start. And then I'm just going to go to Edit PDF. I'm going to click on Footer and Header, and then Add. And once that comes up, I'm going to go straight to Page Range Options and select pages from 5 to the last page. And I'm going to make sure I do on pages only, because I want the page numbers to be on the 5, then 7, then 9, because that's the way the margins have been laid out. So I'm going to go ahead and just click OK, and then I'm going to make it size 14 because that's the size of my normal text. And then for font, you can make it anything you want. It depends on the style of your book, it depends what you like personally. I personally go for Athleus, and then I just go ahead, oh my god, I'm pressing the wrong button. I go ahead to page 5, insert page number, and you can see down on the bottom what it's going to look like. And then if you want to be extra fancy, you can add in a little emoji or a star, and then put the author's name, or you can put the book's title, and then just make it a little bit nicer depending on what you want. Oh no, it's called the Erised Effect. Oh, sorry. There we go. And yeah, again, you can make it any font you want. If you want to make it extra snazzy, or if you just want to make it a little bit bland, you can do that. Just, whichever one you want. You could even try, where is it? You could try and make it the dyslexic font if you've got that one downloaded, if you want to make it easy to see. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it at Athleus for the moment, if I can find it. Here we go. Yep. So I've got all that, and I personally like to make it 0.5 away from the edge of the side of the page it's on, but again, it's really personal choice. You can make it closer to the bottom, you can make it closer to the top. I have measured it out for the exact room for that, so I leave it like that at the bottom and top, but I put it closer to the edge. And you can see that it only goes on every odd page. So there it is for page 3, it skipped page 2, skips page 4, it goes straight to 5 and 7. So that's what we want, that's really good. And then for the next one, it's starting on page 6, but when we add it, we add new one. Don't replace existing, otherwise you'll lose all this and you'll have to start again. And you insert your page number on the left side. I'm just going to put the author's name here. Okay, so I'm just going to add the author's name on that side. That's all good. Page ranges from 5 Now, even though the even numbers don't start on 5, they actually start on 6, we're still going to start it on 5 because we don't want it to be 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. We want it to be 1, 2, 3. So we're just going to still start from 5 and do even pages only. Yep, so we're going to click that, then I'm going to just go ahead and change the size. Oh my god. Ah, okay. Yep, so I'm just going to change it to 14. Again, you can do whatever you want, and same with fonts, do whatever you want. I'm just going to preview it now. Now, that's the one that we did previously. As you notice, it doesn't have the blue border around it. So whatever one has the blue border is the one that we're doing now. So you don't have to worry about messing up or not knowing which one you're actually editing. So the one with the blue border is the one we're currently doing. I'm going to do 0.5 away from the border again. Everything looks good. Okay. Or you could also put it at the very top of your page if you like it like that aesthetically. I personally prefer them to be at the bottom, but that's just because of how I plan out my margins. I've made it so there's lots of room at the bottom of my pages specifically for my page numbers, but you could do it the complete opposite way. You could totally just make sure that there's enough room at the top of your page instead of the bottom of your page for your page numbers. So again, it's really how you do it in the typesetting phase which will determine what works best. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to do the ones that go straight down the middle, like in traditional books, where it's just a page number in the middle of the page. So I'm just going to do my size and my font at this. You don't really have to bother with any of the margin inches. Okay, so if you were keeping up, you'll notice what I did wrong. I forgot to add in the page range options to start from 5, so now it's completely messed up, so I'm just going to quickly redo it. Okay, so I've just redone it. I just had to remove it is all, and then just add new, so now you can see that goes 1, 2, 3, 4 all straight down the middle like a traditionally bound book. So if you want to remove one page number in particular, like if you have a feature page or a newspaper article and you don't want the page number to get in the way of that, just do this. Okay, so I'm just going to find a picture. Okay, we'll go with this one. So if your picture takes up the whole page and you want it to only be like, you know, you want it to be a feature, you don't want the page number there. So just go to Edit PDF and then just click around the border of the page number and then just click Delete. And that won't mess up any of the order for the other page numbers, so it's still 1, 2, 1 and 1, 2, 3. So it's all still okay, we've just removed that one. And you can do the exact same if you want to remove the page numbers from the very end or from the very start. If you don't want it for, I don't know, your acknowledgements page, it depends on where you started them from. So again, you can do whatever you want really. You can move them from the back or you can just leave them there. So yeah, that's pretty much how you do page numbers. I did use Adobe Acrobat for this tutorial. If you don't have that, I'll see if I can find a substitute of some sort and do another tutorial on that. But if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to leave a comment or DM me on Patreon, and I'm more than happy to try and help work out any situation if you've come into trouble, if you don't know how to work it out, if your computer's glitching, I'm more than happy to try and help. So yeah, that's it. Happy binding!